All right, my friends, thank you for joining me on this edition of Hats and Beards. Today I'm going to be talking about the Peaky Hat, or as it's also called, the Newsboy hat. And that's a label that has stuck around for quite a long time. The reason why I know that is because invariably, anytime I ever go out and I'm wearing a flat cap or a Newsboy cap, there's always someone who sees it and points in my direction or says to somebody else or perhaps even to my face, look, it's a Newsboy cap. That kind of surprises me, actually. That has stuck like that. It's almost like they think I've traveled through time and I'm peddling my papers on a street corner. But I do have an affinity for this kind of a hat because even as a kid, I wore them. As silly as that may have looked, I did. And I always had paper routes. I don't know if they still have that kind of job for youths, but as a kid, I always had several paper routes at a time going on wherever I lived, and I was all about making my own money, not having to ask my parents for any. And when I was done with my routes and I had extras left over, I would go knock door to door and try to get people to buy my papers. So I do have somewhat of a connection to it, but these hats kind of harken back to a time when things were tough and men were tougher, and you'll see lots of old pictures of men and boys wearing these hats, and it's rather nostalgic. It's rather nostalgic. Now let me give you a little bit of pointers on this. Now the Peaky hat is a very interesting hat. They are somewhat different than flat caps. For instance, flat caps look like this. Okay, you're going to notice that there is a distinction. All right, they look, not all of them are the same, but this is a very simple delineation here. All right, so when I put the Peaky hat on, see the difference? All right, the crown is much wider. It's a much more billowy hat. Okay, they're usually made of 6 to 8 panels. Has a button on top. They were generally made of wool or cotton. In fact, going all the way back to 1571, Queen Elizabeth I wanted to stimulate the wool industry, apparently, and she had a law passed where every man and boy above the age of 6 had to wear a wool hat, at least on Sundays. I think that's how it goes. And if you were caught not wearing one, you would be fined 3 farthings. It doesn't sound very severe. Hopefully it wasn't. I know that nowadays 3 farthings amounts to about 3/4 of a penny. So it like I said, doesn't sound very severe. But anyway, the only people who were not expected to adhere to that law were the upper class noblemen, upper middle class noblemen. So it wasn't for everybody. And this hat as I'm wearing it now, isn't for everybody. All right. Some of you may like it, some of you may not. But going back to the history of it, that law was repealed 26 years after it was instituted, but the custom just kind of stuck around and men continued to wear wool hats. And in the 1800s and 1900s, they became quite popular as the English and Irish immigrants came over. Americans started wearing them, and it was always associated with the working class. Even over in England and Ireland, it was associated with the working class as well as it was over here. So eventually, even people in different social strata started wearing them also, and they were very accepted. And they're kind of cool. You don't see them around. I mean, you don't see a lot of people wearing them, but you do see them. Okay, there are a number of them, and I think they're rather cool. They don't go with everything. You might want to think about, what you're going to wear it with and how you're going to wear it. And if you have a beard, this may be a cool thing to accessorize your face with. So think about that. This one's called the Peaky Apple, and this is from the Peaky Hat Store. The owner of Peaky Hat sent this to me, and I'm very grateful for it. And he also sent me another one, it's kind of a black mesh hat. This one is not wool or cotton, but it is breathable. So this one would be worn probably a little more in the summertime, to keep your head cool. And then I bought another one that I really like a lot because I think these colors are cool. Look at this. This is my favorite color, hands down. Always has been. Probably because when I was a kid, I loved the Batman from the 1970s, and that's what I was associated with. I know that's weird. I probably shouldn't have thrown that into the video, but it is my favorite color, And this one has a gray bill. It has the gray button on top. Very, very nice colors. Now, he has a slew of Peaky hats that you should check out. Just quite a number of them. And he has a line of hats that you might be interested in that I think are quite colorful because they resemble NFL colors, like the Cleveland Browns or the Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers, things like that. And I think this one looks like the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if that's what it's meant to be. That's not why I got it. I mean, I did live in the Dallas area for about 5 years, but that's not why I got it. And they do have this hat in the opposite colors where it's gray up here and the blue bill. Really sharp looking hats. I will put a link to his company down below. I don't have an affiliate code for you. I can't save you any money. But a lot of times when you go on his site, he does have deals and specials going on. Like last time I clicked on there, he was offering 10% off. So you're going to get some money off anyway. The owner of that company is very communicative. He's very helpful. I really like him a lot. I've been in contact with him personally. We chatted back and forth. So that means a lot to me when I'm conveying something to you as to how good any of my viewers are going to have it if they need to reach out to the owner of any given company. So check out Peaky Hat. Now you might be recognizing this style of hat from a very popular show called Peaky Blinders. It's still popular. It's on Netflix right now. I've never seen it. I've watched the first 15 minutes of the first episode, and I'm just not much of a TV watcher, so that's the only reason why I get bored really fast. But everybody tells me I need to go back and watch it. But it has to do with a gang back in the 1890s in Birmingham, England, who were known for the nefarious goings-ons. Goings-on? Is that how you say it? But yeah, anyway, that's the gist of that. So I hope you like this. I hope you think it's a nice thing to go with your beard. What do you think? Is it cool? I wouldn't wear it all the time. You know, I like to mix things up anyway. But it is it's nice to put in your arsenal of headwear, and I'm hoping that you'll at least go online, check them out. I'll even put Amazon links down below for other Peaky hats, Newsboy hats. And there's so many different kinds you could pick from. Let me know if you got any or not. Now, moving on, before I end this video, let me tell you what I have in my beard today. I might as well leave this on so you can at least look at it. I am wearing Artios Man's Restoration Beard Oil. All right, this is great stuff. It is one of my favorites. It goes on well. It stays on. I mean, it wears well. The scent, you can pick it up all day long. Now, I also have their beard butter. I don't have this in their beard balm. I need to get it, but yeah, I got it in their beard butter. Likewise, I can save you 20% if you go to artiostman.com. All you have to do is use my code Greg20 at checkout, and yeah, you're all set. So take care of that beard, wear a nice hat, and look dandy. I think that just kind of makes things fun. I mean, if you're going to have a beard, you might as well have fun with it. All right? Make sure you like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, tap the notification bell to stay apprised of future uploads, and share this with others. And if you feel so compelled and you want to contribute to this channel, I'll leave a PayPal link down below. You don't have to, but it'd be greatly appreciated. Guys, I thank you for your time. I hope this has been helpful. Leave a comment down below and give me your thoughts, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.